Next up, I'd really like to start this off by speaking from my heart. I'd like to commemorate Occupy Skidmore for their brave movement. Can we get a round of applause for them as well? Because they proved that all it takes to make a difference is to smoke your bogue outside of Case Center instead of Tish.
Russell Peterson makes a distinction between satire and pseudosatire. Satire is highly political comedy, taking stances on specific positions on important issues without apologizing for them, whereas pseudosatire, on the other hand, only pretends to do such things. Instead, either taking weak positions on those same issues or just doing jokes that lack substance, not taking a strong stance on anything, really. Ironically, the difference between satire and pseudosatire is less to do with content than intent. To put it another way, while the genuine satirists and the pseudosatirists are both joking, only one of them is actually joking. Real satire means it. So how do we make that distinction without knowing the true intent behind something? That's simple. We know the intent.
They showed us that convenience and apathy are the two pillars for any movement. Their strong stance on issues such as, I'm not really sure what those issues are, but my D-Hall sandwiches have been tasting great lately, and you may attribute that to Chipotle mayo, but I attribute that to the sweet, sweet taste of the voice of the white upper class.
Caulfield talks about satire being an aggressive art form. It's always focusing on bringing some aspect of social life down. But she also talks about a requirement of satire being judgment, and even play. Judgment because satire offers a critical, casting a truthful perspective that may not have been noticed before if we hadn't looked at it in that way. And it contains an aspect of play because if we gaze at the truth too long and in too raw of a light, well, we might just burn our eyes.
And that's why I say we rise up. I say we send our voices to power and demand that Morbid be put in Johnson Tower next year. Let's be honest. The problem is not the drunk freshman biddies. Alright? As college students, how can the school expect us to drink in a reasonable manner? I personally had a BAC of 0.5 and I only had 4 to 5 45 shots. And another thing, and this is important, there are not enough acronyms on campus. There is only CTM, AOD, SEC, SGA, SPA, SETA, SNAC, EAC, FIT, BAP, ACA, ISU, REC, OSCE, OSVP, CSGR, HBZ, and NCCF. Not enough! And that's why I propose the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, E, Q. The Association for Betterment of Coalitions deciding every Friday. Just sort of kind of getting help like my neighbor Oscar Peabody, quote, Reagan said, try undermining villains who xylophone young zebras. Yeah!
To be perfectly honest, I expected the distinction between satire and pseudosatire to be a lot easier than I originally did. During this project, I started looking at it again, and the lines blur together so seamlessly. A lot of the times it's hard to pick things out. By taking the opposite side, I'm trying to show to everyone how ridiculous they're being. You've got to walk this fine line between entertaining people to sort of trick them into listening whilst also saying what you mean. Because if you're just speaking your thoughts, you're just doing a speech. You're not actually doing satire. I think after watching this, I realized that a lot of satire has to do with setting someone up with an opinion that you don't agree with and then tearing that down, that set opinion, with incongruity theory.
Too long has the 99% gotten their chance to speak. I think it's high time that the 99% hear their voices, you know? And as a straight white male, I find myself constantly oppressed by other straight white males with better registration times.
If we protest everything, with i.e. with pseudo-satire, well, we can stand on nothing. without a strong foundation of comedy and actual social change, there's really no hope for change. Now, I hope the stand-up I did informed people, entertained people, maybe even caused a few people to think and change their minds. I don't know if it did those things, but there's one thing I can say, and I think Jon Stewart said it best.
I can't control what people think this was. I can only tell you my intentions.
If we amplify everything.
If we amplify everything.
Nothing.
We hear nothing. Suggest that times are not difficult and that we have nothing to fear. They are, and we do. But we live now in hard times, not end times.
Chicken butt.